What's up, A-Dog? Hold on one sec. Let me get my coffee really quick. Okay. Not quite 100%. I have mixed martial arts class tonight, so hopefully I'm going to try to, after this, I'm going to go do a steam room and try to steam it out, and then I'm going to go sweat tonight. Hopefully by tomorrow I'll be back to 100%. Not quite yet. I am happy. I did get very, very lucky last night. What's up, Marius? Mr. General Elf. Hottie, what's up? So I got very, very, very lucky. Full transparency, because you guys know I always let you... I'm fully transparent, okay? So I still don't even know or remember. This is how cooked my brain is from doing all this all the time. I had an order, a limit order at 60,500 for Bitcoin, and I didn't have any stop loss on it or anything. I woke up this morning up on Bitcoin on this drop here. I don't remember when I placed the order. I'm looking at the chart. I've been looking at the chart all morning for hours, wondering why I put it there. If it was trying to catch on one of these moves over here that didn't get picked up, or if I was doing a demonstration in one of the small groups. I don't know how, but I am long on Bitcoin from 60,500. There was no stop loss or anything, so not gonna pretend that. Not gonna pretend that my first official. Oh, what's up, Michael? All right, I'm not gonna pretend that I caught an amazing trade because of it. I mean, granted, it's not a crazy move yet. All right, not a crazy move yet. I'm up like 28% or so, something like that. However, it did brighten my day a little after seeing this move to the downside. So yesterday, was not a good day on the charts. Yesterday, none of the positions really played out. Where are we? Yeah, from yesterday, like, price just kept dropping. I hit a couple. My win rate yesterday was like 50%. Okay, I didn't have a great day either. I caught like take profit 1 before the stream, retesting this low on Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana 2. All my shorts are playing very well, obviously. My shorts on Bitcoin, Solana, Phantom, Ethereum, and Link. Link itself is up over 100%. So my shorts are playing good. But the long positions yesterday, I was like 50-50. I got stopped out as many times as I hit take profit 1. And then, like I said, guys, this just happened to be, one of the, a lucky trade for me. So far. Okay. And maybe it was, I don't remember why it happened. Why I put in the, that trade. So, like I said, not up crazy, didn't catch the bottom, but nonetheless, up a good percentage. I did long Ethereum as well this morning off this second little, second leg, I guess you could call it. Same thing, Solana. Everything's moving the same across the board. Solana didn't come down to the scope, but I saw price holding above the previous low here, and I entered on this candle. A little bit against my rules normally, but did hit take profit. Let me see what I'm up on Solana right now. So really missed the good bottoms. Ethereum, I'm up 26%. Same with Bitcoin. Solana's up 35%, and then all the shorts are up. The shorts are up really big. Obviously, they're playing out. But I took a few stop out losses yesterday. You guys know I always let you guys know my wins and my losses. Yesterday wasn't a good day for me either. If I didn't have the shorts still open, I would have had, probably close to an even day, which I haven't had in a long time. Because as far as the actual trades went on the long positions, I was, 3 for 6 yesterday, 4 for 8, 50% win rate, very equal. And the thing is, here's the thing with the win rate as well, all the wins were a take profit 1, and all the stop outs were what they were. So really, I broke even on the trades if it wasn't for those short positions playing out, absolutely fantastic. Yesterday would have been one of my worst days as far as trading. It would have probably barely broke even or barely into the green on those 50-50 trades. So just keeping it fully transparent with you guys as always. Now this morning, I got the Bitcoin long, the Solana long, and the Ethereum long, all up in their 20s, Bitcoin 30s, 20s, 30s for Bitcoin, Solana, and Ethereum. So 3 for 3 starting out today. The Bitcoin trade, like I said, I didn't enter that trade purposely. I had a limit order sitting somewhere around 60,000. So don't know why, but it is what it is. We roll with it. Okay, so let's see who else is in the chat. We got Velcole, Barry Billion. Liberator had a red dot in the 4-hour. Yeah, you know what else was going on? So we have this new, where is it? Right here. All right, so we were on Bitcoin yesterday, and price was coming down here, okay? So we were on Bitcoin, and price was here. And the wave was still not even formed to the bottom. I mean, this was just huge divergences all the way down. Now you can see we're getting some momentum back to the upside. Still a huge divergence on this indicator. This is Torvald's new indicator. It is a private script that he sells memberships to. He does give out free trials. Asked me to look at it, so I am. We got huge divergences here heading into this pushback to the upside. So where else is it? I got it over here too. Here's the full indicator on the hourly. Came into a bearish order block. I haven't really been looking at this too much, but same on the 4-hour, right? So price was coming down, that we were on the top of this momentum wave as price was coming down, just crossing below. So I should have known we were going to go much, much, much lower, but you guys know I don't like to look at indicators. I never look at indicators for what I'm doing, but maybe they do have a place as far as looking at momentum and things like that, because I was looking at the TDIs, all right? I was looking at the TDIs, and they were looking fine. There were divergences building up, like here, lower lows, higher lows, and they just never played out. Bullish divergences all over the place, never played out, all right? So there are some, so now we have some ranges, okay? So now for Bitcoin, right, we have all this red above. So remember, when in doubt, you zoom out. All right, yes, we had a nice move to the downside, but in the end, we're only right back where we started at 60K, okay? In the end, we're just back at this tactical zone, all right? So the support, the notable volume, support, resistance, market structure, people are getting confused, so we'll just call those, these will just be our tactical zones from now on. It'll make it easy, okay? So the structure, the support, resistance, notable volume, support, resistance, market structure zones, we'll just refer to those from now on as the tactical zones, okay? It'll just make things easier, all right, for you guys to understand what we're talking about. So some people are like, what's the difference between a support and resistance zone, a notable volume, support, resistance, what is the market structure, what is the difference, when really it's all really the same thing we're referring to. So we'll just call it from now on the tactical zones. These are our tactical zones where we look to enter and take profit at these main zones. So all we did was retest the previous high. Look, notable volume, resistance, notable volume break, retest. Higher high, we still have higher lows, okay? There's still higher lows, depending on how macro you want to look, all right? I mean, granted, we could have called this a trend line, all right? We could have probably, where is it? No, not even really, all right? I don't use trend lines as much, but like I said, when we zoom out, what's really going on. Where are we? Let's zoom out, right? We're still holding above the reverse scope extension of the move, okay? So we're still on the macro time frame. We're clearly not in trouble, okay, if you guys are looking for higher prices. Do I think we're going to have another all-time high? I've seen some graphs. I've seen some things saying one more all-time high, one more push, wherever that goes, wherever it is where it is. But, you know, we can only take it level to level. So like I said, we have held, once again, this tactical zone. This is our major support resistance zone, okay? We had the retest recovery. So now all the green is recovered above this zone. So if we lose this zone, like I've been saying, okay, really I'm looking for 52K, all right? I'm looking for 52K to the downside. There's lots of zones in between. Okay, granted, there's lots of price action in between. There's lots of zones on the mid-level time frames. All right, there's other factors. There's other zones down there. We have naked points of control. Let's go look at that. Right, so we missed it, but we have the naked point of control on the weekly time frame. Okay, and let's see exactly where this is. 57.4. Okay, so that's a naked weekly point of control yet to be recovered. Let's go right here. All right, we did not recover it on this push to the downside. So potentially we could drop there. Remember, there's so much red above now. So keep in mind. But we already know what our zone is. Remember, guys, we already know what the zone is. So even if we're bullish on the lower time frames, right? Even if on the hourly, the 15, we expect a retrace back up to retest and recover, forming another lower high in the structure, getting rejected at the value area high, because look, we're at the value area low of the range, guys, and look what happens. Look what happens. Look where the candle closes. Pin below, close above. Pin below, close above the value area low of this entire range. All right? Let's see. Let's move it now and see what we have for new ranges. Okay, so now the value area high of this entire zone is up here where that break took place. The value area low just moves slightly lower. Oh, that's the wrong one. All right. Here's your value area low. Damn it. Hold on. There we go. All right. So there's your value area low. All right. This is the value, the high. And look, there's your point of control for this range as well. If we zoom in, guys, you can see there's your point of control. We have broken and retested dynamic resistance at the range point of control. All right, but this is your zone. This is your tactical zone. Look, we move this to the side too, right? Notable volume resistance, support, break, support. All right. So you came in here with support again. You still have the support levels at 57K and above. If we lose that, again, we could be seeing some downward action, ultimately ending up at 52K is where I'm looking at personally. All right, 52K. Here's December 31st, right? My projection for January 1st, you know, it was a fun projection, not a lot of TA involved, was 40K. Here's January 1st, here's where we're at. If we lose this range, I think we come down. I don't think we have enough time to really get to 40K at this point. I think my projection is going to be a little short. We could still hold and push up, but if we lose this, we have 52K, and then we start getting into the 40K zones down here. All right, previous liquidity down in here. Previous high, tactical zone here, previous resistance, flip to support. All right, so I don't think we have enough time to get from here to here. I mean, granted, if we have the same move we did to the upside, bang, 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 all the way down, yes, we do. But we will see, we will see. TDI levels 80 and 20. For the top and bottom, you can make them 80 and 20. All right, you can make them 80 and 20. I don't know why they keep disappearing. I don't know why they keep disappearing. Just to keep the context down here. That's not your TDI settings. That's what I add in so I can see and keep context of where we're likely coming to a top or a bottom. My TDI settings are 13, 34, 2, and 7. All right, if you want my TDI settings, 13, 34, 2, 7. The top and the bottom are just where I look. If you look back, go back up to Bitcoin here. Right? We go back up to Bitcoin. When we scrunch it together, the chart, you can see when we come up to hit the top, we're definitely due for a retrace of some sort. All right, not always, but we do get some kind of pullback when we hit those levels. All right, so I just put those to keep context. See, this is where we had we had a nice bullish divergence. They induced, open interest started rising. They pinned the previous low and pushed price all the way back down near 58K. What do we got? Liberator had a red. When Kirby started talking bullish, we should have known the market was about to crash down. The guy's a perfect contrarian indicator. Yeah, he's the ultimate bear too. That's the funny thing. He was where I would go in my early days when I didn't know any better. He's where I would go to get a bearish perspective, because everybody else was saying price going up, 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 and he would give the doom and gloom, so to speak, right? He'd let people know, hey, this is we're looking bad here. And he was pretty much right on the bearish stuff for a while, but I haven't watched him in months, or any of the other early channels that I used to watch. You know what I mean? So we're definitely seeing across the board here. We got our little resistance level. We had a previous support, notable volume, a little tactical zone here. Notable volume support, notable volume break, retest, retest, retest. All right, so we'll keep an eye on price. If we can't break above this zone right now, right, just draw your scopes, guys. If you can't break the zone, draw the scope and look for a potential long position here. It's too late to long, in my opinion. It's too late to long. You missed the move. Price is already extended above the 50 EMA on the 1 minute as well. All right, look, see the money flow came into the green. All right, look at, here's Solana, right? Let's see how this fares. Here's your little tactical zone on the 1 minute time frame. Why? You see price. Look, support, 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 break, resistance, 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 break, flip potentially back into support. All right. Also, guys, quick reminder. For anybody who hasn't renewed their sniper or marksman, today's the last day to renew. Unless you contacted me. If you contacted me and there was some, whatever, you needed another day, that's fine. But I'm trying to keep the lists organized, and the sniper groups, what they're, keep doing what we're doing with those, with the new members too. And then, some people haven't renewed, so I don't want to take them off. But I also, if you're not gonna renew, I don't want to hold up spots for other people, because there was a lot of new people joining. So, I don't want to get the members too high. So if you don't intend on renewing and you haven't yet and you're watching now, please just message me. Let me know you're not renewing, so I can give other people the spots that are waiting to get in. I would just appreciate that. Just let me know by the end of the day today. And if you don't wish to renew, no big deal. It was a pleasure working with you. For anybody who isn't going to renew, I would be great if you guys could message me. I'll contact everybody anyways, because I want to know what the reason is. If it's personal, you don't have to say anything. But if it's something that I did, if you're not feeling that you got the value out of your $50 a month or your $25 a month, and that's the reason, maybe there's some suggestions you can make for me to make this a better experience or a better learning process. So I will be reaching out to everybody, even if you don't renew, just to kind of get some input from you, because I want this to be the best space available moving forward for new traders. Do you confirm renewal? I don't know what that means, Barry. I don't know what that means, Barry. What do you mean, do I confirm renewal? You renewed, so you're good. It's all through the website now, so once you make your payment, your transaction ID is confirmed that you remain access. You're good, Barry. You're renewed. Do you confirm renewal after you pay? If you paid, don't worry about it. If you went through the website and paid and I didn't contact you and say that your TXID isn't working or something, you're good to go, Barry. And that goes for everybody. We did the website because after you, here's how it works, guys. After you guys fill out the website, it automatically links to an Excel spreadsheet with your name, your Discord name, the crypto payment, your transaction ID. Moving forward, what we're also going to do is add in the sniper small group times. So when you fill out your renewal or new members are coming in, they'll have the ability to pick their small group sniper spot right on the website. That way I don't have to do that either. And I don't have to, people don't have to risk falling through the cracks or something and missing a group. They can sign up for their group right on the website this time, this day, and it'll be open until that time and day. No, it doesn't have any more spots. And then I can just go right on the sheet and say, okay, for Barry, there you go, PayPal, confirmed, and then, small group 3, there you go, and then I can just add it, and everything will be quick and easy, so I don't have to spend so much time doing signups, because you guys know I don't really care about having 1 million paid members and all that stuff, so I'd rather spend the time doing the charts and doing the small groups and doing things like that than messing around with member signups and confirmations and stuff. But I do want you guys to still be able to pay in crypto. I know that's a big thing for you guys. So in the future, if it when the team gets bigger and that we are able to offer more slots than we can offer now, which we're getting very close to our limit here. Once we are able to offer more spots, it'll be we may have to automate some way. So I'm looking to find a way where people can pay in crypto. It could be a recurring payment, or at least when they renew, they can get auto access. I don't have to do anything. You pay, your access is granted. If you want to let your renewal go, it'll just take off your access, and that's it. So we'll see moving forward, guys. This is only the second month here, so we will we are, like I said, we are just getting started here. So we'll see how everything shakes out. So this is what you want to see. See how we get the market. See how I get the tactical zone market structures on every time frame, right? You got your support. Price comes back up. It's so much easier for me. I love these tactical zones because it gives you such a better context than if I was like, oh, let me draw a line, right? A straight line, and trying to hit a trend line and get perfect touches. You can clearly just see when price comes into these zones, like you just put the picture together with your head, right? You get your structure high or low. You get your high or low on the local, high or low on the move, break, retest, support, money flow coming back into the green. It's just, it's just so much easier to look at. Same thing here, right? You got your clear resistance zone here. I don't have to draw a single line, because sometimes it doesn't work like that. Sometimes you don't get perfect touches on a line, all right? In this situation, you got a touch, and a touch there. All right, but the zones are so much cleaner to me. The tactical zones. That's how I like to look at the charts. Why isn't this deleting? There we go. What do we got? So, hopefully you guys got all the psychological levels. Also, shout out to Eric. The Discord bot should now be online and completely automated. So, for all the coins, all the initial balance levels, we're still trying to fix the psychological levels, but I give those out every week anyways. So I'll do those manually. I'll let you guys know what all the psychological highs and lows are, which we have. So like we were looking at, right? Price broke down below the psychological low, and what happened? Lower prices, much lower prices leading into the week, right? Today's Tuesday. Okay, probably after a move like this, I don't see why it would, it would be highly likely to consolidate in this zone down here like we do every other damn time we have a big move. All right, here's the daily. So on the daily, we filled in those naked points of control that we did have down to 60K that we talked about yesterday, right? Here's your naked points of control all the way down to 61.5. Price wick down here, closed back up here, and recovered those naked points of control on the daily time frame. So, oh, wait a second. Is that where I got this from? No, that's not right. Trying to figure out where I got that, why that limit order was on the chart. Let's go here. Let's take a look at the single prints and value setups. All right. Let's see what we got. So, if we scroll out, guys, all right? If we scroll out, oh, I don't know what the heck that was. If we scroll out, we can see this. Okay, let's move it over. We had the big move to the downside, and then we consolidated sideways, pushed up, and then dropped again. So, same thing when we push to the upside, we usually get a consolidation. All right, so I wouldn't be surprised if today we consolidate between value. All right, after that, we have, looks like we have some single prints to the upside. Oh, nope, that's a sell tail. All right, so there's this whole move to the downside was controlled, right? We came down, broke, retested back. Here's the 30-minute time frame before we finally railroad tracked the low. Pin below, down to the low, railroad tracked out of there, break, and retest the value area low, okay, of the session. See how they work value? Let's zoom in on this. All right, here's your session. Price comes down to value. They railroad track out of value to the dollar pin, retrace back down, and then bounce off here. This is across the board basically what was going on, which is why I entered Solana and Ethereum on that. Didn't come down to the scope quite yet because Bitcoin and the other coins were also finding support back above the value area low of the session. So the controlled move to the downside didn't leave single prints behind. Okay, it did not leave single prints behind because it was a controlled move. Okay, you can see we have a little single print here, but other than that, you get your quick move, consolidation. All right, there is no notable volume pushes where price didn't revisit. So it was a very, as much as you look at the move and say, look at that dump to the downside, to have a move to the downside, let me put it in perspective for you too. To have a move to the downside, let's measure the percentage, okay? I don't just look at what we're down for the day because that doesn't tell us what we dropped total, okay? So, for a total drop, all right, of a 10% move to the downside, okay, to have no single prints is pretty hard to do, okay? Pretty hard to do. Yeah, this is what was such a controlled move. Look, break below and retest value, okay? There was your first indication. You broke outside of value area low, and back tested resistance at the value area low, leading into the next session. And then Asia just dumped it down. Dropped, huge wick to the downside, filled in the wick. So there just isn't, this is very hard to do, to have a 10% move with no, I mean, there's a tiny single print, but that's nothing. All right, that's pretty impressive to do. That's a pretty controlled move to do, to have no single prints, but drop 10% to the downside. In a matter of a session, basically. In a matter of 24 hours. Let's look across the board. What else do we have? So, Ethereum, guys, right? Here, we hit my zone. Okay, if you remember a week ago, was it a week ago? When was this? When did I give you guys this target? It was back here. So yeah, 11, 12. About a week ago, I gave you guys my target for Ethereum to the downside. And guess what? It hit. Okay, look at that. Right down to the scope of the move. 4,200 was the price target I gave. Okay, yet we pinned all the way down to 4,100. But the close was at 42,220. All right. So I was off on the closes. Here's your first hit. So I was off by $1 on the first hit to the downside. Then we pinned below and closed back at it. 42.21. So not bad, right? Within $1 to this tactical zone. Why? Because it was a tactical zone. Okay? It was a tactical zone. It was a recovery of previous liquidity. It was the scope of the move. Scope of this entire range. From all the way back here. Double bottom, forming the low of the scope, all the way up to the high. All right? And we hit the target within $1. Look at the push to the downside. There goes your push. And where do we strike? Right here. There you go. First hit to the downside, 42.15, so off by $5. For Bitcoin, I had a fib pulled from the 1st of November. from the first 59.5. Well, if you were pulling it, would be from this low to this high, okay, and it would have been the scope extension of the move. Let's look at it on a clean chart real quick. All right, let's look at it here. Let's go to the 4 hour. All right, let's look at it like this. Okay, if you go from here to here, okay, not November 1st, you're pulling from here. All right, here's your low of the range, okay, on your 4 hour, right here, okay. Price comes up, forms, this is the low of the swing low of the range because it's your lowest low below the 50 EMA. Here's your wick from the low to the high, okay. And then we zoom in and what do we see? Let's get rid of this, okay. And then we zoom in and what do we see? Okay, scope extension of the move. So it would be pulled from the wick on October 28th to the high on November 10th. All right, and then what did you have? Your scope extension of the move. Pin below, close above. Back tested resistance so far at the point of control and at the scope of the move. Found a coin on Bybit, IOTX. Yes. Hurst, it just came out yesterday, I believe, on Bybit very, very recently. IOTX. Is it even listed on the chart yet? Yes, it is. It just came out, yeah, yesterday. I saw it on my Bybit. All right, what do we have right off the rip? Look, just in what we can see, what do we have, guys? No surprises, right? Scope of the move. All right, scope of the move. Pin down to the extension, close back at the scope, looking to come back up to the upside. We go to the 15-minute time frame. All right, there was your move. All right, there was your move. Scope, drop to the extension. That is where you would have entered your long. Look how beautiful that is, right? Bang, right down to your scope extension. First take profit would be a retest of the previous tactical zone. We paid a picture, right? Here you go. Retest of the previous zone. What happens? All right, let's zoom in. What happens? Resistance, break, retest, support. Okay, so longing from your scope, take profit 1, 10%. Where do we sit now? Up here, potential short position right now. Okay, let's look at it on here, IOTX. Bybit 15-minute chart. Potential short position on IOTX. I'm going to put that in. Let's give that a shot. Not financial advice. Let's take a look. IOTX. IOTX. Brand new, too. Where are you at? Just because you called it out, Hurst. Not financial advice, guys. I've done no TA on this, except to see that it is extended above the 50 EMA. Now I'll do some TA. Okay. Feeling lucky with that Bitcoin move, right? What do we have here? Notable volume, railroad track resistance, tactical zone in this area here. So you're coming into your tactical zone. All right, let's start looking at some other confluences. All right, so here's your swing high of the whole move, your swing low of the whole move. All right, so ultimately you'd be looking for price to come up to this zone. All right, if you're using your local or your next one, you got your reverse scope of this move, reverse scope extension of this move, previous high here. Okay, so what you're really looking for now, okay, if you want to use your more local scope extension, all right, what you really want to see here is a retest back down and then a push up to the next level. Okay, you broke above and back tested support at this previous level too. You got to look inside the candlesticks, right? You can see it. All right, here's your point of control. Here's your next previous notable volume tactical resistance. You broke and pinned back down and retested support up to the next level. All right, so a retest of this level should be a take profit. Okay, it's 4% almost just back down to this level if it holds. Okay, and then what do we see here? what are our levels here? All right, swing low to the current swing high. Should be no surprise that the scope of the move is lined up with the previous green candle. All right, outside volatility as well. So here you're looking for a potential retrace and another push to the upside. Keep in mind that this is a new coin, okay? This is a new crypto on Bybit. Maybe not a new coin, but it's new on Bybit. It had a push to the upside of 70% and has already corrected back down to the scope 32%. That would have been such a perfect long position yesterday. Everything lining up saying that this was a bottom. Notable volume break of the level into the next level. Take profit 1 here. Take profit 2 could have been here. And take profit 3 could have been here. Notable volume resistance retests. How do you have the candles on without the 50 EMA showing? They gave me a special script, but you can also do that with the new script. All right, they gave me one just because I had all the sniper charts. I was using PVA candles and volume by Forex Pip Cheats, and I didn't want to. But I believe on the new version, they made it so you can turn everything off. Let's look. All right, let's see. Show induction candles only. There you go, brother. That's it. Okay? Andy Carlson, open up your chart. You should have the new version 1.10 and then just click show induction candles only, and then there you go. That's all you'll see is the candlesticks. Okay? And then you will go back in your charts, uncheck show induction candles only, and you'll get everything else. How that was born, like I said, guys, I had all your sniper top 10 targets, now 15. But I was using Forex Pip Cheats because I didn't want to have all the moving averages and stuff in there. I only wanted to have the, tactical zone. I only wanted to have the candles. Previous low, support, flip to resistance. Same shit, same stuff over and over again, guys. Okay? So, I wanted the candles only, so they made a script real quick for me that you see on here. Just TVA candles. We call them TVA, Tactical Volume Analysis. All right? And then he made it so that he programmed that in the regular script as well, so all you guys can have access to the same stuff I do, because that's what this is all about. All right? So does anybody have any questions before we get going? Unfortunately, we missed the entries. All right, well, we caught a couple nice. I'm sure you guys have been up. Maybe you guys didn't miss the entries, but, all right, missed the bottoms. So unfortunately today on stream, we weren't able to really catch many entries. Now, granted, you could be definitely looking for that short position back down to potentially come down to the scope of the move or push even further down. All right? We are very, very extended to the downside without a retrace so far. We did retrace to the 50, but I mean to recover some previous liquidity. We have it all the way up to these previous zones. All right, I'd be looking for a retrace back up to the 200, which is the 50 on the 1 hour. But you can see what's shaping up to potentially happen, right? Our scope retrace. There's no green candles. We got a nice retrace to the scope, reset the TDI down here to the downside, and then make another push to the upside. All right, you can see clear divergences across the board. All right, finally it played out. So here was your divergence that finally played out. All right, here's your big divergence. There you go. That finally played out. Okay, bang, back up to the upside. Would be great if you can go over all your chart settings by time frame. All right, we'll do that really quick. So for my 15-minute chart, I use the TVAR indicator. That's it. And I use the TDI. Okay, on the TDI, I mark my high and low down here. You can make it 80 and 20. It's close enough. I had calculations. I believe it was 82 and 20.5. I went back and looked. I think that was it, but 80 and 20 is fine. On the TVAR chart itself, the only thing I like to put on this chart is, for now, the psychological high and low and the session volume profile, session volume HD. and I draw my scopes and scope extensions. And sometimes these market structure zones. Okay? Then I have my higher time frame chart. I only have PVA candles and the TVA candles and the session volume. I have no moving averages, no nothing. The things I draw on this chart are the tactical zones, structure, support, resistance, my scope levels, and my LRT levels. Okay? My LRT long range target levels. That's the only thing I draw on the charts. So here's the other thing. Once we have, right here's Solana, look guys, you know, here's your structure examples. Here's your Solana previous low. You see all these closes at the same level, and then what do we get? Right? Retest, recover, retrace back up, recovery. If I pull a line here, okay, if I pull a line straight across, what do we see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 candles on the 1 hour time frame, opening, closing at the exact same level. There are no coincidences in the market, however, there are only confluences. All right, which is why that was my take profit on my long position on Solana, because we're coming back into the structure. That's all I draw. So Hadi, in a couple of weeks, when part 2 of the tactical indicator is out, we will only be using that on the chart. That includes all the levels we need. I just don't draw much on my charts anymore. The only thing you see on any of my charts will be our tactical zones, which are our support, notable volume, support, resistance, and market structure, and my scopes and the LRTs. That's the only thing I draw on the charts anymore. Support, resistance, and my custom Fibonacci levels. I used to put everything on the chart. The initial balances, X, Y, you know, everything on the chart. I just personally don't keep those on my chart anymore. But part 2 of the indicator will allow you to have all those on your chart, where you can simply turn them on and off with the switch of a button. So you can turn on part 2, you'll have your initial balance, your psychological high and low, your previous day, your daily high and low, and then anytime you want, you can, all right, here comes a trade. We're coming up to all these levels. You can take your trade, and then boom, remove all the clutter off your chart, monitor your trade, you know what I mean? So I don't really use much on any of my charts anymore, Hadi. Doesn't mean you guys shouldn't. But I like to keep the charts as clean as possible. So structure, scopes, liquidity zones is the main 3 things that you really want to focus on. I'm sorry, and I have one more chart layout. Sorry, Hadi. I have one more chart layout here with the VWAPs. I like to use the VWAPs as well. You can see the retest here was also a retest of the VWAP. Okay. Same thing for Solana, Bitcoin. Daily VWAP became a dynamic resistance level. Okay, so until price breaks above and tests support on the VWAP, short positions are in no danger. All right, and you're always taking profits on the longs. Here is your weekly level on Bitcoin. All right, here's your weekly support and resistance zone at 60,700. Okay, pin below, close above. Railroad track at the same exact level. All right, back up. Do you have any advice for taking profits on... You should have been taking profits now on Sol. All right? Lock in a small amount of profit. Lock in 25%, 50%. Let it run. You don't have to take all the profits. Sol just came up to a resistance level. All right? Where are we? All right, here we go. Sol just came up into resistance. Okay? You have this level right here for Sol. All right? Red candle, resistance. You bring it all the way through. What do you see? Support, support, support. Flip to resistance, retested as potential resistance. All right? Green candles left below to potentially be recovered. Doesn't mean it will. All right? However, you should get enough percentages. Okay? I only entered on this leg here. Okay? And I was already up almost 40-something% when I took profit. So lock in your profits, man. I don't know how much you're up right now. You don't have to take all the profits. Take enough to where you take your profit, you put your stop loss at your entry, and you have guaranteed a win. Then after that, everything is just a bonus, Daniel. Everything is a bonus. Let it run. Take 25% on your first profit. That's what I do usually, 25%. and take profit on par. Yeah, just take 25% profit. If you're up right now and it's a win, take 25%, put your stop loss at your entry so that you can no longer lose this trade. If you get stopped out, then price is back at your entry anyway. You already locked in a win. Boom, next trade, locked in. Let's go. Is it the scope? Is it scope extension? Or are they going to keep pushing price down? All right, so just focus. If you're up enough to, it's feasible to take profit. For me, right? Limit order in. All right, if I get a nice limit order in, or even one of these limit maker take or whatever we're getting. All right, so the percentage is low. If I'm up 16% and I take 25% profit, I've locked in a 4% win, and then I can let the rest run, and everything else is a bonus. For this example, I was up 35%, 38%, whatever it was, before I took my first take profit of 25%. So I've already locked in almost 10% on the win. Now I can just let the trade run. It doesn't matter. Stop loss in front of my entry. If it comes all the way down and stops me out, I still won 10%. Done. And then I look for my next entry, okay? Don't be scared to lock in your wins, because remember, in the beginning I had a lot of losses, but half of my losses were wins that I allowed them to turn into losses because I didn't know when, where, and why to take profit. And more importantly, greed didn't let me take profit because I didn't see a number on the screen that excited me. I just sat here all day for 5 hours, caught the perfect trade. I didn't do all that for 30 bucks, so I let it run. And next thing I know, I get stopped out. And I could have taken my 30 bucks. And I could have shorted and had 30 bucks on the way back down too. But instead, I'm just sitting there greedy, watching price come all the way back down. Or you do this move too, right? How many people do this move? It gets up, you want to take profit, but you don't. And then it starts coming down and you're watching all your money disappear and disappear and disappear and go lower in the green and lower in the green. And then you finally say, oh, let me just take some profit. And then boom, price pumps right back up. And you missed out, you left all this ton of money on the table. All right, single times when that happens here and there is what it is, okay? But when that becomes a habit, it becomes an issue. It cracks your discipline. All right, guys? All right, so we're going to wrap it up there. Like I said, if you haven't renewed yet, please reach out to me. I'll reach out to everybody individually anyways because I just want some feedback on the snipers and the marksman categories. Let me see. I have small group this afternoon. I'm going to do a different format. I'm going to reach out to the small group. Who is today? Is it sniper group? Let me see. Who do we got today? Just paid my sniper fee with IOTX. No problem, brother. Oh, yeah. How's that trade going, by the way? Let me see. How we doing on IOTX? Oh, nice. Okie doke. Just need another 1%. Great. That's it. That's my hopes, guys. That you are paying and making enough money to pay for the sniper memberships and the marksman with your crypto wins. That's my goal. All right. It's a beautiful thing on Bitcoin, though. This weekly level. Where do we go? Where'd it go again? Here we go for Bitcoin. Right. Look at that weekly level. Just so beautiful. All right. Bullish divergence on the on balance volume. Okay. On the hourly, a divergence on the hourly. What else? Why is the yearly VWAP and stuff down here? Looks like I added MTF levels down here by accident. There we go. All right. Can't ask for a better move than that, right? Right off the weekly level. Ethereum. What do we have for Ethereum? Ethereum right down to its daily level. Did I do any levels on here? Let's see. Solana. It's not a weekly. We had a daily level in this zone for Solana. Nope. Let's see. Yeah, look at Solana, right? Here was your Solana daily. Daily SR. Didn't quite come down to that. Then you have another one here. Another daily pivot. Go back to the hourly. And what do we see? Price breaks below. Retests resistance at the daily and pushes down. All right. All right, guys, so that's it. Sniper Squad number, let's see, who's today? The one I pushed from yesterday. Sniper Squad, 5th squad. Fifth squad, I will be doing We're going to do it a little bit earlier. We're going to push, Crypto Crook. I have my training tonight. I got to be out of the house by like 5:15, which is 17:15. So we'll probably do the stream early. I'm going to record it as well. We'll get things going. Also, I want you guys to prepare some questions. Get prepared because I want to make the most use of our time because I won't be able to go over the normal hour. You guys know in the sniper groups, it's never an hour. It's always an hour and a half or more. I always make sure I answer all the questions. But I need to get to my training tonight. So please have some things organized for us to talk about so we can get right to it and you guys can get the most out of your time. We can all get the most out of our time, all right? So that's it, guys. I will see you in the Discord in a little bit. I'm going to go steam right now and try to get some of this congestion out so I can be back to full top notch here. So again, if you need to renew your Sniper and Marksman, please do so by the end of the day. Either way, it was a pleasure working with you, and it always remains a pleasure working with you guys. I just hope that everything is really starting to click for you. Okay, guys? I will see you in a few hours. Until next time, guys, as always, trade well.